Hey there, my name is Pete, and I'm the author and creator of the TickMachine, a simple time and job tracking application, completely web-based. It's based on Flash, so you need a browser that runs Flash at the moment, and it essentially allows you to keep track of your work details, things that you do throughout the day, as well as an electronic punch time clock. So you punch in and punch out whenever you're working on a certain project, and it'll track that time for you so you can easily report and generate invoices for customers. To start out, you sign up on the website. It's www.tickmachine.com, and as you see here, there's a little sign up button. You click that and you fill out the form. It's very simple. It doesn't take much time at all. And the system will generate a login for you and create your own what's called a realm. Now, a realm isn't terribly exciting or important, but what it does is it gives you basically your own database so that nobody else shares your data, and it makes sure that you can use whatever username you want, and it can be duplicated across realms. We don't care. You can choose your own realm when you sign up, and it can be really anything you want as long as it's short, because you're going to be typing it. So when you log into TickMachine, essentially what you're going to do is you're going to take your username that you've chosen and your realm, which is really something to do with your company usually. And here, my name's Pot, and that's my username, and my realm is going to be Tesco. So the entire username becomes user@realm. It gives you a little hint there to remind you that. And then you need to use your password that you signed up with. If you've forgotten your password, just type in your username and your realm, click forgot, and it'll email it to you. So if I log in, what it'll do is it'll go to the database, it checks all your stuff, and then it comes back with your day. And the first thing you notice is that this is a pretty complicated looking screen, but if you break it down, there's really not a lot you need to do. Day 0. The first thing to notice is this is a red area up here. This means that I'm punched out. It's red when you're punched out and green when you're punched in. And it reminds you who you are. So if you're in a shop that has a couple people using the same machine and they are logging in, logging out, and punching in and punching out all day long, this tells you who's here. So if somebody stays logged in, you know who you can type in strange messages for and all that kind of stuff. So I know I'm me and I'm not punched in right now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and punch in. You push the punch in button and it goes green. So now the system is starting to clock time for you. So you can actually close your browser and go off and do whatever you want to do, and it'll keep track that essentially it means you came into the building and you swiped your punch card on the punch machine. The punch times that you incur during the day show up here in this green bar. Now I haven't been punched in today, so I don't have any time at all. But as time goes by, it will start counting up. You can see that I've been here for a minute. So that's just a visual indicator of how much time you've got logged in for the day. Here you see the date that we're working on. Today is the 16th. You can select really whatever day you want in the past. You can go back and see yesterday's information. Let me see if I can go back. Yeah, there was nothing yesterday, nothing the day before, nothing the day before. This is a brand new account, so obviously there's no information there. I can just click the Today button and get back to today. So here what I'm going to say is, I have already started doing my lessons for today. So the very minimal thing that you have to do to put in work information into TickMachine is to type in your work. So I'm going to type in here that I started recording my TickMachine lessons. Okay. And that's all I need to do as a minimum, so I'm just going to submit that work. And here you go. It comes down into this area here, which lists all your work for the currently selected day. So if I go to yesterday, this is yesterday's work. Obviously there's nothing. And I go back to today, here's all today's work. And nothing really has changed. My punch time is still counting up. I don't have any work time in here because I didn't put any work into this very simple work description. It's just something to say, okay, you know what, I'm going to start doing this right now, and I'm going to go away. So at this point, I could exit TickMachine and close my browser, and at least I've recorded what I'm going to do in the next couple of minutes. That's one sort of scenario that you can use it for. So later, when you come back and you go, okay, well, now I'm going to be a little bit more elaborate, and maybe I'm going to put some more stuff in. If you want, you can say, oh, okay, well, I need to update this time that's associated with this work. So if I double click down here, This gets copied up into the upper region again. And what I can do now is I can be more specific and I can say, well, that actually took me 1 hour and 10 minutes to do. And it was billable or pre-sales, maybe it was post-sales, maybe it wasn't billable. I don't think it was billable, so I'm going to select non-billable. And you can say what project it was for, and you go, oh, well, I don't really have any projects set up yet. Just like you, if you just signed up and start in TickMachine from scratch, there won't be any projects there except these very basic ones that say, no specific number or like a test one. So we'll just use a test one for now. So what I'm going to do is I've set that up and I'll update my work. And you'll notice that down here it updates it in the list and it also updates my work bar. So now I've put in 1 hour and 10 minutes worth of work details and I've only been punched in for 3 minutes. So already I know, okay, there's a bit of a problem here and somebody's cheating. So this is a bit of a checks and balances for an administrator of the system, maybe your boss or your manager or you. You can keep track of employees if you're an administrator by going down here and listing all your employees here, and you can actually check the time and make sure things are going good. But this is for you a useful indicator to tell you how much you're off in terms of what you think you're doing and what you're actually doing. So that's a brief description of how to put in your time, and I'll come back in another segment and show you how to do reports on that time and set up a daily plan and add projects.